Today we have the 42nd Miss Spelman College here. I'm so
Hi.
excited. Thank you for joining me today.
Of course, it's so nice to meet you.
You as well. So let's start off with our interview. Do you believe that HBCU pageantry is necessary, and if so, why?
Thank you for that question. I love that question. I think HBCU pageantry is another way to find the official ambassador of that institution.
Mhm.
And the process of the pageantry, the campaign, all of those things are very unique in a way. And I feel like HBCUs really do a great job in making sure that it's their own, right? And you can show who you are throughout all of the steps that it takes to get to that particular title. So I definitely do think that it is a staple in our HBCU culture, and in the Black community in general. So I really do appreciate the thought of HBCU pageantry and all that comes with it.
That's a great answer. So, what inspired you to run for Miss Spelman College, and how did your journey to the crown shape you as a leader?
What inspired me to run for Miss Spelman College was, well, I was already doing a bunch of Spelman videos, because I loved the institution and I love going there. Well, I'm still here, but I love to just show the outside world and my particular platform on Instagram and like TikTok what I'm doing throughout my day to day. And so the idea sparked officially from the 40th Miss Spelman College, who was Indy Clayton, and she was doing her campaign season, and she was passing out cutesy sunflowers that I found out was just so cute. And then I was like, Taylor, you need to run for Miss Spelman College. You've been doing these videos since you moved in. You definitely need to go ahead and, have that in your mind. And so that was the official spark of OMG. There is a role that I feel like I see myself in. Let me go ahead and get on, the take the steps in order to do so. And I'm glad I definitely did it. I'm very grateful for my village who, instilled wonderful things into my mind so that I can be able to, do Miss Spelman. And so, yeah, I'm very blessed for Indy Clayton for giving me that sunflower, because who knows? I probably would have went a whole nother way and, never probably ran if Indy didn't give me that sunflower. So shouts out to the 40th Miss Spelman.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, can you share your experience of sisterhood as the queen on the Miss Spelman court?
Oh, I love that question. Okay, so my court is Isaiah Harps and Chelsea Benton. First attendant is Chelsea Benton, and second attendant is Isaiah Harps. And both of our, not both, but all of our campaign platforms really instill being who you are. And for example, Isaiah's platform is taking control of your narrative. And then Chelsea's platform is true to yourself. And then my platform was authentically blue, but it involved both of these different platforms of take control, be true to yourself, but also be authentic to who you are as well. And so noticing that, it was pretty obvious that we all want the same thing. We all want people to come into spaces and take control of the space, be true to yourself, and be authentic while doing that. And so where sisterhood comes in is because when you are all like wanting to have the same goal, you all work together. And so that's the beauty of Spelman College, period. But specifically my court, we are very, very authentic, loving, fun, bubbly, energetic human beings. And I thank God that they are just like another version of myself, because we are all so bubbly and energetic, and it really does transform our own reign together. And I'm very blessed to have them by my side always. So yes, that's what I would say is the sisterhood between me and my court, but also between, Spelman College in general. Spelman's a wonderful sisterhood. So I definitely love being here at this institution, but also having that same sisterhood within my court as well.
Great, that's awesome. So how did you feel to compete in the pageant for the first time and actually win?
Oh, I felt very blessed. That's my answer. I felt very blessed. And I didn't really think of it as a pageant, really, because I'm a theater and performance major. So really, it's just a show. And the same thing, you have a tech week, which is when you rehearse everything you're supposed to rehearse. That's really how I thought of it. And show business, one day I want to be a superstar. And so this is just the pathway on to being a superstar in the future. So that's really how I thought about it. What's another way to showcase who I am on stage? Boom. It's a pageant. Why not? Let's do it, right? And so that's what life is all about. Doing things where it may seem foreign, but you can always become familiar with things that are uncomfortable or unfamiliar to you. So yeah, that's my answer.
I can relate to that because the Miss HBCU Teen Scholarship pageant was the first pageant that I actually competed in and won as well.
That is so good. And congratulations,
Thank
Steve.
you.
Of course.
What challenges have you faced in your role thus far, and how have you overcome them?
The challenges that I faced during my reign, to be honest with you, Tatum, I don't think I've had any challenges. This has been a smooth sailing reign, but I will say I have not had any challenges because I am blessed and fortunate enough to be able to do the things necessarily naturally, right? And I think a lot of times that comes with making sure that I did the work before my reign and making sure I know who I am. I have boundaries. If I'm tired, I'm tired. I'm not over pushing myself because at the end of the day, I'm still a student and those grades come first. That degree comes first and everything else comes after. So it's all about knowing who you are and saying, okay, some people may say this is hard. Some people may say this is easy, right? It's up to you and what you want to think. So I think that just comes from being in control of what my thoughts are and how I have my perspective on certain things. So no, it hasn't been challenging, and I'm grateful for that because am I running around the institution like a chicken with its head cut off? Absolutely. But I mean, I'm gonna make fun of it. I'm gonna have fun. And that's what it's all about. As long as the duty is being done, I'm good. So yeah.
That's great. In what ways have you grown personally and professionally since becoming Miss Spelman College?
Oh, that's a great question. Definitely, firsthand is confidence. My confidence has gone up tremendously. And I'm already a confident human being, very energetic, very bubbly. And it's just gone skyrocketed after winning Miss Spelman. And I do say I thank my sisterhood here at Spelman because knowing that I won People's Choice, which was really good. That means you have all of most of the student votes have voted for you to be Miss Spelman College. And so just going around the institution, maybe just going to class and hearing people be like, hey, my Miss Spelman. Hey, Miss Spelman. How you doing, Miss Spelman? That makes me feel so loved. And that's what I'm doing it for, is to feel love, but to also spread that love. Yeah, so yeah, personally, definitely confidence. And then professionally, making sure, I think I was lacking not professionalism, but tying these worlds together between your professional life and then me being a theater arts major. We're more we're professional, but we're more like, it is what it is. We're going to do it fabulously. But tying that corporate type of world into, okay, we're going to do it fabulously. Let's bring it together and, make something new. And so embracing those two worlds to come together and combine was definitely something that I found very interesting. And just, embracing that and having fun with that and walking into new spaces with that mentality of embracing that, okay, I probably haven't never been in a space like this, but guess what? That's what life is all about. You grow from it, you learn from it, and you do your best. And so those are the opportunities that have boosted me professionally, corporate wise, but also even a better artist in general. Because I'm taking those corporate things that I learned from these spaces and bringing them to the spaces of the arts. And so that's a really good tip for tat as well. So I'm really grateful for that.
Awesome. What does representing Spelman College mean to you, and what legacy do you hope to leave?
This role means a lot to me because my whole message was that you can be your authentic self and win, right? And so taking that and living throughout my campaign day by day and noticing that I'm still being accepted by the institution every day, by the sisterhood every day, that is very heartfelt. And so using that and just once again spreading that love to other people is extremely important. And in the future, I'm excited to see where that takes me, because Spelman College has always been an institution that has poured into me, and I've just been being myself, right? And I was telling other people the other day, it's important to believe in yourself wholeheartedly, right? And committing to that, because if not, if you're doing things halfway, you're halfway through whatever purpose it is in life that you're meant to have, right? So just imagining that, okay, what if you believe in yourself so much that you commit to whatever it is you want to do so fully, like completely fully? Just imagine where would you be? Would you be in the same spot? Would you be further? What would be the difference? And I feel like this reign has allowed me to think like that, has allowed me to instill that mindset towards other people. But at the same time, that's where I got by being here at Spelman, period. And so just making sure that I continue to say that message and inspire and motivate others to be themselves, because there's always a space for everybody. And so, yeah, that would be my answer to that question.
I love that. How do you plan to continue changing the world beyond your reign?
How do I plan to continue to change the world beyond my reign? Definitely remaining myself. As mentioned before, I am a theater arts major, so I do plan to be on stage. I do plan to be on Broadway, and I just want to take over the world, and hopefully that will happen. I believe it will happen. And so Authentically Blue has two pillars: embracing individuality as well as strengthening sisterhood through the arts. And what I think that looks like after my reign is just a bunch of continuing to show people at that point, not just Spelman sisters, that once again, there's always a space for you, once again, believing in yourself, but also doing the work, right? You believe in yourself, you know what you want in life, let's do the work. If it's through the arts, art is a resemblance of life, period. And so I think it's important to continue to spread the storyline of let's keep art within our hearts so that we can, continue to tell life stories. And I feel like a lot of stories aren't being heard right now, but it's our job to make sure that these stories are heard, whatever those stories are. If it's your story, if it's your sister's story, let's make sure everybody's being heard and seen. So I think just making steps to continue that journey and to continue to inspire that story in particular after my reign is something that I'm definitely going to be doing.
I love that. Awesome. What is your perspective on the importance in HBCUs today? And what makes community at the #1 HBCU unique?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. Well, I'll start by saying this. Community is everything.
Right.
Especially here at this institution where it is a bunch of Black women who are exuding excellence every day, every second of the day. And when it comes to community, nobody can do anything by themselves. That does not exist. And Spelman is built off of community, which we call sisterhood, right? And it's important for that community to be instilled into all of us, because in order for all of us to grow, we have to help each other up. And that will be the basics and formation of the answer to my question is you cannot do anything by yourself. You always have to have a team. You're going to have a team. And that's what the beauty of HBCUs period is that is a community. That's why we have HBCU pride, and people, they represent where they graduated or where they attend. It's because it's community. That's what it's all about. The Black essence, the energy that we give as Black people, the culture of HBCUs. It's necessary. It's needed. And it's important for us to keep that alive, especially now in this society where people are trying to make that be lost, right? And so it's our job to make sure, no, that's not how that works. Thank you very much. This belongs to us. Therefore, it's our job to have responsibility in showcasing and educating other people about the culture, about HBCUs and its importance and its community, right? And so that goes beyond Spelman. That's all HBCUs, Spelman, of course, included. And I'm proud to be almost a Spelman graduate. But it's the essence of HBCUs, period, and its community, including the culture, the laughter, Black people. It just is amazing. So yeah, that would be the answer to my question.
What made you choose Spelman College?
Oh, easy. My mother. My mom is a graduate from, my mom attended Morris Brown College. And then my dad attended Clark Atlanta University. And so I'm a AUC baby is what they call it. And my mom told me, Taylor, you would do amazing things at Spelman College. I don't know how we're going to pay for it, but you're going to do it. And so I'm built on crazy faith. If my mama told me to do something, I'm going to do it. And so I applied, got in, and immediately I was like, no question, don't need to see any other school. I only saw Spelman, only want Spelman. Thank you so much. Went to Spellbound, which is like this, a couple of days where you get to be immersed in the culture of Spelman, and fell in love immediately. And I was already committed, but it's always good to see, a little taste of the institution before you actually fully immerse yourself. And so I was very, very proud of my decision to already pick Spelman. But my mom was the reason why I went to Spelman College, because she said that I would thrive here, and she was absolutely correct. So yes.
That's awesome. I'm also an AUC baby, but my mom went to Clark Atlanta, and I always used to wear, they have the shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I told my mom that I didn't want to go to Clark, and I didn't want her to be mad at me, but I wanted to go to Spelman.
Yes, AUC baby. Yes, we are the best.
What advice would you give to young ladies like me who aspire to one day attend an HBCU or become an HBCU Queen on their campus and in their community?
My advice would be to keep God first, and whatever institution that you pick, have fun. Treat HBCUs, treat college period, but especially HBCUs, treat it as a business. And when you walk into those gates of whatever institution that you pick and choose, you are immediately networking. Network. Get to know everybody, because you are sitting next to the next Beyonce's, the next Oprah's, the next Michael B. Jordan's, the next people who have the biggest and the best businesses, you're sitting next to them, and make sure they know your name and you know theirs as well. Always show respect. Walk into every room already knowing who you are. And if you don't know who you are, take steps to find yourself and embrace it and fall in love with those steps. And when it comes to wanting to be a queen, a HBCU queen, find out, okay, what can I do? What can I bring to the table? Everybody asks themselves that. But once you do that, also find out, where can I grow from being an HBCU queen? And that changes your perspective as well, because yes, I am serving this institution, but like, what are some ways that this institution can also serve me so that I can be a better person while during my reign, so because I'm serving everybody else. Right. And so these are important questions to ask yourself even before you start your journey to become a queen. And that really honestly is for everybody, not just for queens, but whatever you want to do in life, take claim of it. Already believe you are that. Everybody's a queen as well. It doesn't matter if you have a sash. It doesn't matter the crown. Everybody is a queen. And I think that's very important. Yes, one person is, running and ripping and having fun and being the ambassador of their own institution. But at the same time, you can do the exact same thing. It really is just a title, right? And a title is words. And so therefore, when you start changing your perspective and already claiming about who you are, the most important title is your name. So I think a lot of people kind of miss that, but that's the most important title that you hold. That's the first title you get, and that is way more important than any titles that go below that, right? So walk into the room, name first, and in order you got to know your name, you got to know yourself, and show people who you are. And that would be my advice. That would be the first advice that I would give to anybody.
Wow, that's awesome. So you did speak about being a theater kid. What does theater usually look like at Spelman?
That's so funny that you just asked me that, because we have auditions tomorrow. Right now it's November 30th, but we have auditions Monday, December 1st. And so I've been prepping and getting my monologues ready. We are doing the color purple this next semester, and I'm very excited for that. And it'll be interesting to be Miss Spelman College as well as in a show as well. Hopefully that works out for me. I don't know, but I'm still gonna try. And it is community based, honestly. I love my theater sisters. I can't count Clark Atlanta University out either, because neither can I count Morehouse. So Morehouse comes over to Spelman to take their classes if you're a theater major. So it's both it's co-ed. It's Spelman and it's Morehouse. And so that already builds the community of Spell House. And then on top of that, I go over to Clark Atlanta University, and we know those are our brothers and sisters as well. And the theater department over there is amazing. And I just love being over there too, because they have such a wonderful and energetic vibe that I love. The AUC, everybody has their own energy. I feel like Spelman is more so of the, calm, collected. If you want to get your work done, you go up to Spelman College and you'll get that work done. If you want to go to Morehouse has more of the events, homecoming. Ooh, we go to Morehouse. If you want to go to, and then Clark Atlanta, that's the vibes. You want to see a fashion show in the middle of the day, you go to Clark Atlanta University, because their outfits are amazing. You want to listen to some good music as you walk down the promenade, Clark Atlanta University. And we can't count out Morris Brown. Morris Brown has made its comeback, and it's so wonderful over there, as well as we continue to see the community over there building. But theater is all over the place, and I love that. You can find theater everywhere, and it's amazing to see us as a department continue to grow, because freshman year we didn't have a department building. It was getting renovated, and now transformed to now we have a building. We got a whole black box. We have another black box in the CIA building. It's amazing. So I'm honored to be still here and to see all of these departments and communities and continue to make friends with my professors and people of other institutions as well, as we call ourselves theater people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how did you get introduced to theater?
I got introduced to theater by my high school teacher, Miss Day. I was the captain of the dance team in high school, and we had performed. And after we performed, she came up to me and she said, "Girl, you belong on the stage." And so I listened to her. And my first show was, I believe it was something. Oh, no, it was Freaky Friday. And I played a little boy. And I had two puppets in my hands, and I was one person, then I was another person, but I was a little boy kid, so it was fine, just put my hair in the back and all that. I still killed it. I killed that role. But that sparked my journey of theater, and ever since then, I have been on stage, being very theatrical and loving every second of it. So yeah.
That's great. I also did a play. I was Nala in The Lion King at my school, and it was absolutely amazing. It was a great experience.
Yes, The Lion King. That's a wonderful play.
Yes.
Well, musical, really, right? Yes.
Well, yes, it was a musical.
That's so great.
Yes. But the problem was nobody tried out really. So the play was full of girls. It was all girls in the play. All my friends played boy roles except for me. So
that's fine. The more girls, the better, in my opinion.
Yes. I agree with that.
That's so good.
What does a daily life look like for you at Spelman?
Oh, a daily life. So I'll run down my day. Mondays, I have class that starts at 11 o'clock. So before 11 o'clock, I will definitely be at Starbucks getting my nice iced caramel macchiato. I'll get my nice iced caramel macchiato, go to class. First class is biology and women, which is a really great class if you ask me. Very rigorous though, but still great. Informational. And then after that, I go straight across the campus to the theater building, because the science building is all the way in Timbuktu on that campus. So you have to walk all the way over to the Rockefeller Arts Building to this class called Business of TV and Film. Very rigorous as well. Have that class, only 50 minutes though. After I get out of that class, I have like a 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock time break. Now, usually this is when I can get on work. I can do what I need to do, whoop-de-whoop, talk to my friends, whatever. But then I have class at 3 o'clock, and that is a documentary and film class, and that's 3 hours long. And so after I do that 3-hour class, I'm definitely in need of a break, but I'll probably have rehearsal after that, African dance, I'm in that, or rehearsing for, of course, auditions as well. And then sometimes I am at Alliance Theater because I'm also an intern, so I'll probably be at work. But if I'm not there, I'm also working in the communications department because I'm a creative service intern here at Spelman as well. So you just never know. I'm everywhere all at once.
Wow, that's amazing. My last question for you was, how did you enjoy your homecoming?
Oh, it was fabulous, Tatum. I loved my homecoming. It was the last homecoming as an undergraduate student, but it was so worth it. Especially me being Miss Spelman. I got to do my wave. I got to meet all these wonderful and gorgeous people. Oh, it was fabulous. Shout out to me and my court because we were out there working for homecoming. But regardless, still as a student, I still had an amazing time and it was wonderful. And I'm excited that I actually had a wonderful time. Even though I always have a great time, but it's important for your last homecoming as an undergraduate, you have a great time. And I definitely did.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for your time, Queen. You actually made one of my dreams come true today. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful meeting you.
As well.
Bye.
Bye.